Since taking office, Ibrahim Traore has avoided coup attempts and assassinations. He has been focusing on eliminating the spies and facilitators who are active in Burkina Faso while combating militants and maintaining the country's stability. Western nations back these individuals in their efforts to topple Ibrahim Traore and cause instability in the nation. It was challenging to track down their network, though. Ibrahim Traore, however, is a genius. To examine the bank accounts of the most important former government officials, he had assembled a team. The true traitors are those whose bank accounts are getting large sums of money. Surprisingly, he has now apprehended them, including more than 113 people. Some of them were even former military generals and ministers. How, then, were these 113 high-ranking officials frozen? What is Ibrahim Traore's strategy for dealing with these traitors? Let's find out in this video. Ibrahim Traore has a strong commitment to Burkina Faso's security and frequently puts the country's security ahead of his own. He has recently changed his priorities, though, realizing that his existence is essential to the stability and advancement of the nation. This insight is a result of the terrible assassination of Thomas Sankara, the president and revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso, by his closest associates with the support of foreign forces. In order to prevent his vision for Burkina Faso's future from meeting the same sad conclusion, Traore recognizes that protecting his own life is not only a personal imperative but also a strategic one. As a result, Dr. Abubakar Nakanabo, the Minister of Economy of Burkina Faso, issued a broad executive order on November 19, 2024, targeting people and organizations suspected of funding insurrection, destabilizing Burkina Faso, and repeatedly attempting Ibrahim Traore's murder are the main goals of this insurgency. The goal is still to cause turmoil so that foreign forces may fill the void. The assets and financial resources of 113 people and 2 organizations were frozen by this edict, which was signed under Captain Ibrahim Traore's military-led administration. When the identities of the people on the list are made public, things become intriguing. The list includes names like Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba, the former president who took over in January 2022 after overthrowing elected President Roch Marc Christian Kabore, in a similar vein to how those in Thomas Sankara's inner circle had covert connections with foreign powers to remove Thomas Sankara. Damiba has been living in exile in Togo since Captain Traore overthrew him in September 2022. Damiba is suspected of planning destabilization activities, including a recent assassination plot against President Traore while living abroad, even after he was removed from office. According to the administration, he supplied intelligence with rebel organizations and international forces in an effort to jeopardize the stability of Burkina Faso. In order to achieve Damiba's extradition, negotiations are therefore taking place between Burkina Faso and Togo. However, it is unclear if this will lead to his return to face justice. Alpha Berry, a former foreign minister and journalist, and General Djibril Basile, a former foreign minister with political clout, are among the other important people included in the proclamation. It is believed that Berry's media ties contribute to the spread of divisive stories. Ahmed Kinda, the Special Forces commander who is alleged to have led activities to topple the government, is also on the list. A number of ex-military officers, including Romeo Uwoba and Yves Didier Bamouni, were also charged with conspiring against the government. These individuals are said to have plotted to topple Captain Traore's leadership and to have worked in syndicates to undermine the government. The actions of the government are not limited to people. The executive order also designated 2 significant rebel factions. These groups are charged with planning bloody assaults and providing funding for insurgency in Burkina Faso. Over 26,000 people have been killed by these groups since 2015, including over 13,500 after Captain Traore took office in September 2022. More than 2 million people have been displaced as a result of their acts, which has made the humanitarian situation worse.